Hello friends! Welcome back to Media Studies Pro, your ultimate destination for learning everything about filmmaking, video production, and camera techniques. Today we're talking about ND filters, an essential tool that can instantly make your videos look cinematic. Whether you're shooting in bright daylight or want smooth motion and creative blur, ND filters are your best friend. Let's dive in. First, let's understand what an ND filter is. ND stands for neutral density. It's essentially a pair of sunglasses for your camera lens. It attaches to the front and reduces the amount of light entering the sensor without changing the colors. In simple terms, it helps you control exposure and achieve that beautiful, cinematic look, even in super bright conditions. Here's a quick visual example. Notice the difference between this shot without an ND filter and now with one. The change is instant, and the image looks so much more controlled and professional. So why should you use ND filters? Well, there are several key reasons. First, they help you control exposure in bright conditions. No more blown out, overexposed shots when you're filming outside on a sunny day. Second, they allow you to achieve cinematic motion blur. By reducing the light, you can slow down your shutter speed to create that smooth, natural movement you see in movies, especially with things like flowing water or moving cars. Third, ND filters let you maintain a shallow depth of field. You can keep your aperture wide open for that lovely blurred background, even under strong sunlight, making your subject pop. And finally, they help smooth out your camera movements, making handheld or gimbal shots look far more professional and less jittery. There are two main types of ND filters you'll encounter. First, you have fixed ND filters. These reduce light by a specific, set amount. They come in different strengths, labeled as ND2, ND4, ND8, and so on. The higher the number, the more light it blocks. Then you have variable ND filters. These are super convenient because you can adjust the strength just by rotating the filter ring. This makes them incredibly flexible for changing light conditions. A pro tip: if you're doing a lot of outdoor shooting where the sun might go behind a cloud, a variable ND filter is a lifesaver. So, how do you actually use an ND filter? It's pretty simple. First, you just screw the filter onto the front of your lens. If you have a variable ND, you'll then adjust its strength according to how bright it is outside. Use your camera's screen or histogram to check your exposure and make sure it is just right. You can use ND filters for all sorts of things, from epic slow-motion shots to cinematic travel clips. Just a couple of quick tips. Always keep your filter clean to avoid smudges on your footage. And be aware of potential vignetting, which is a darkening in the corners, especially when using wide-angle lenses with some filters. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes beginners make. A big one is using an ND filter indoors or in low light. This will just make your video way too dark, so only use them when it's bright. Another thing to watch out for with variable ND filters is a weird X pattern or color shifts if you push them to their maximum setting. Finally, a crucial mistake is not balancing your shutter speed and aperture correctly. For that perfect motion blur, you should always follow the 180-degree shutter rule, which means your shutter speed should be double your frame rate. So if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, your shutter speed should be 1/50th of a second. ND filters are also amazing for creating stunning YouTube shorts and other creative clips. Think about those mesmerizing shots of smooth waterfalls, light trails from moving cars, or just beautiful cinematic scenes in broad daylight. By combining an ND filter with precise aperture and focus control, you can create a professional look that really stands out. Even short 5 to 15-second clips can have a huge dramatic and visual impact when you use these tools correctly. So there you have it, friends. ND filters are absolutely essential for controlling exposure, creating that sought-after cinematic look, and unlocking a ton of creative possibilities in your video work. If you're serious about making your videos look professional and polished, ND filters are a must-have piece of gear. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to Media Studies Pro for more tutorials. In our next video, we'll be diving deep into lighting techniques. Thank you so much for watching.